Hey guys, so I'm just going to show you an easy, like kind of grayish smoky eye. I use mainly the Chroma Beauty Kit. This one's, I can't talk today. Okay. It's the Kardazzle palette, and this one's Kim's. Surprisingly, Kim's my favorite sister, and this is my least favorite palette of the three. I have all three of the sisters, but her blush and bronzer is my favorite. The eyeshadows aren't so much. If you want, I can do a whole review on that. But I do love all the Chroma Dazzles, and they're a little bit under $13, which is great for getting 8 eyeshadows, a highlighter, a bronzer, and a blush. Now I got this look. Stay tuned, and I'll show you. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Alright, so what we're going to start with today is my moisturizer, of course, Trader Joe's Enrich, which is really great. Even one layer gets me moisturized, but my skin soaks it all up, so I usually have to do more than that. Which, oh, Tally, get all that moisture on your face? You know, gross. So which would make me want to do the MAC Fix Plus, which is a really great overall setting spray, moisture spray. It has cucumber water in it, and it has green tea in it, and I'm just waiting for it to sit. And alright, let's get this show on the road. Come on, let's go. Okay, so now I'm going to use my primer, which is Benefit's POREfessional. This primer is awesome, and I just take about that much, and I put it in my T-zone. I find that when I don't use it, you can really see the pores along my cheeks and, you know, right outside of my nose. And I am unfortunately pulling really hard on my skin. Talia, that's going to give you premature wrinkles and all those baby hairs right there. So you just rub that in real good. And then I'm going to take my regular foundation, my L'Oreal True Match Lumi in W3, which is nude beige, and my beauty blender, which I love. And I take just 2 pumps. Put that all on my face because it is pretty buildable, so I can get away usually with just 1 layer, and this is during the winter time, so can't even imagine like how little I'm going to be using over the summer. Just put that all over your face and start blending away. Make sure that you also get it along your neck and underneath your jawline, and especially if you're wearing your hair up like I am today, get it connecting from your cheeks to your ears, because it's one place that many people forget to do, and you'll walk past the mirror and you'll see a huge line between where your like sideburn areas to your ear, and it's pretty scary and embarrassing. So don't forget to blend, blend, blend. Alright, next I'm going to go to my corrector, and I'm using Eve Pearl in Light. I find this is probably one of the best correctors I've ever found. It's really, really creamy, and I just like to apply this with a small concealer brush. I know I said I don't like flat foundation brushes, but I usually use them for underneath my eyes to apply. I don't usually use it to blend because it doesn't get everything in there like a beauty blender does, or like a small flat top kabuki. So just blend that in there, and you just want to have it cover, you know, your under eye circles. Alright, on next to concealer, I'm using Maybelline's Dream Lumi in Ivory, and I'm just doing the whole, you know, typical Kim Kardashian highlight where it's underneath my eyes, along that V, the triangle on my cheeks, the bridge of my nose, a little bit up to my forehead, on my upper lip and my chin, and I just start blending with my beauty blender. Now I'm going to take my Laura Mercier loose translucent powder, and I'm going to apply that with a powder puff. I'm going to take a bunch on there and just apply it right underneath my eyes, along my eyelids, and a little bit on my nose and some on my forehead. While I'm letting that set, I'm using my brow bar to go. I'm taking the gel in the darker color. This is by Whitening Lightning. Really awesome. Most of the time when I was applying it, my camera wasn't in focus, so I applied it, and I'm using a small... Oh, never mind. What are you talking about? So what I'm going to do is I take a little bit on my angled brow brush and tap it off, and I start from the outside going in, because my areas are more sparse on the outside and inside, and I really like that long-tailed eyebrow look. I think it's beautiful. And you can tell how scary I look because I'm so white with my really dark eyebrows. And then I take a small spool and just brush them out and make sure that they're all good. Now I'm going to take a big foundation brush and knock off all that translucent powder. Try not to do it where you don't have the translucent powder because you don't want to move your foundation. Next, I'm taking Urban Decay Primer Potion. This is the original one. I found that this is the best. It doesn't have any color. The gold one's nice. And I'm taking my Naked Basics palette. I'm going to be using the Foxy and WOS colors as a base for my eyes. I think it's it just evens out my skin tone. Alright, now I'm going to take my MAC 275 brush. It is an angled, fluffy eyebrow brush, and then eyeshadow brush. And I'm going to take the color Naked 2 as just a base for the gray. I don't want to go straight into gray. I want to have building coverage. And I'm going to put that in my crease and a little bit on my lid, but mostly in the crease. If you don't know where your crease is, it's where your eyeball stops, and it's just your bone area. You'll feel it. So just keep on putting that in. This is actually a travel size brush that I got in a little kit to start out trying MAC brushes, and I really, really like this. Then I'm going to take the Chroma Kardazzle, the Kim. I'm going to take, awesome. I'm going to take, again, the 275 brush and take that, light gray color and work that on top of the Naked 2 in my crease, just to start building the gray color. And then a little bit on the lid as well, but just make sure it's in your crease. I'm going to take the lightest silvery gray color. It's one of the shimmers, and just put that on the lid. So you want it to be the glittery eyeshadow on your lid, and then it goes darker into the corner of your eye, which we will do soon. I've noticed with these shimmery colors, you can't just take it and start rubbing it all over like I am right now. I then learned you just pack it on, and you'll get a lot more color. Because the color payoff on most of these eyeshadows aren't very good. It's better on the blush and bronzer and highlighter. But I do like all the colors and the way they mix and match all the colors for the different sisters. I think it's really cool and affordable. I mean, it's 8 shadows plus blush, bronzer, and highlighter for 13 bucks. Can't get better than that. I'm going to take that black color, and I use that black color instead of Crave from the Naked Basics. And then I'm going to just, never mind. I'm going to take my 224 blending brush. It's a fluffy tapered, and I'm going to take just some of that gray and black and work it in my crease and a little bit along my lid. But you just want to blend. I didn't want a really harsh crease because this is going to be a daytime work look, which for some of you it may not work, but yeah. And then I'm going to go back in my Naked Basics palette and use Foxy and WOS with my MAC 217 brush and use it on my brow bone. And then I'm going to take the Naked 2 right above where my gray is as a transition color, so that it's not just gray and black and boom, like white. Again, taking the my fluffy brush, my 224 brush. Love this. Use it for so many things. This and the 217 brush. Must have in your makeup. Again, I'm going to take my Beauty Blender and just blend it up and make sure that I don't have too many things. Alright, liquid eyeliner. Stila. The the name of it rubbed off, but it is the marker liquid liner. And I'm sorry you can't really see it. It's hard for me to do this straight in front of the camera because I need to see what I'm doing. So I'm going to take a really thin line and work from the outside in. I know I shouldn't be pulling my eyes, but it's the only way I can do it. Whoops. And to get the wing, I do a slight wing, and you just tilt your head all the way back and go from there, because it's the easiest way to find it. You just go straight across. That way you have a teeny little wing like I have right there. See? All done. Then I'm going to take mascara. I'm using my Benefit Bad Gal Lash. First I'm going to curl my eyes. And I use the Bad Gal Lash first because it gives my eyelashes a really fluffy look. And it separates them and makes them volumized. And after I'm done with that, I'm then going to go in on top of that with L'Oreal Telescopic in Carbon Black. I really like this mascara, but I don't like it on its own because it gives me that spidery look, which some girls like. You know, Carly Bible, love you. But she loves that spidery lash look, and it's just not my personal favorite. I like the fluffy, and then when I put the telescopic, it really lengthens them, and it's almost like a hairspray on top of mascara. It's great. And I use it on my bottom lashes because it really separates them. You see the difference between. Then I'm going to take a little smudge brush and take the highlighter color from the Naked Basics palette, which is Venus. And I actually learned this from Jaclyn Hill 1, is to use a smudge brush and use it right underneath so you get a more precise line. I'm going to put on my Cupid's bow as well, because I find when I do it with my fingers, it's just messy and all over the place, and this is better. Taking my MAC 224 brush and Mars Laguna, I'm going to carve out my contour line, which you can kind of already see on my nose. Tally, you're late for work. Stop looking at your watch. I literally was doing this makeup when I was going to work. 2 birds with 1 stone. Carving out my contour cheek line, and then taking my my angled kabuki brush from Crown, the Golf Haute look, and just going along my temples, cheekbones, chin, and neck, and it's almost like a 3 shape. I'm going to take this same Kardazzle palette and using the blush. I love this because it's a bright blush, and it's really creamy, and they're buildable. So it looks really bright, but it doesn't go on that bright. Love this blush. So I'm going to do that with my Crown angled blush brush. Then I'm going to take the highlighter from it too. All 3 of the highlighters are awesome. And I'm just going to dab that on the high points of my cheeks. So I don't want my highlighter going down too far. Take out my finger, go on the bridge of my nose. And then now I'm going to go onto lips. EOS chapstick. And I'm going to take Revlon Color Stay. This is nude. Just a lip liner to go out on your lips. Next, I'm going to take MAC's Faux. It's a really beautiful mauve pink. I use this all the time, this and Cream Cup. Amazing. Simply gorgeous. So this is the full look. I think it's great. It's really easy once you get used to it. My eyeliner was kind of whack because I am used to having it like right up in my face, and I wanted to show you guys how I did it. So thank you so much for watching, and I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe and let me know in the comments what you think of everything, and if you'd like me to show you anything else. Alright, thanks guys, bye.